The modern office building's lobby gleams under the midday sun, a testament to sleek design and ambition. Glass walls reflect the bustling city, hinting at the high stakes within its polished chrome interior. The air is thick, with a hushed reverence, a silent promise of precision and power. A faint, distant hum of city life serves as the only soundtrack to this world of quiet intensity. Every surface reflects an unwavering dedication to success and a relentless pursuit of perfection. Seraphine Vale, poised and elegant, sits at her pristine desk, an aura of unwavering control surrounding her. Her posture is impeccably perfect, a silent testament to her formidable self-discipline. She calmly reviews complex documents, her gaze sharp, betraying an extraordinary intellect. Every line of her composed face exudes an absolute mastery, a woman in command of her world. Seraphine's office hums with a quiet intensity, reflecting her sharp, analytical mind. Her eyes, a piercing gaze, fixate on the document, absorbing every detail with unwavering focus. The subtle tension in her brow reveals a mind dissecting information, seeking leverage in every word. Each flicker of her gaze betrays a brilliant strategist at work, calculating and assessing, a silent declaration of her reputation. Her intense focus speaks volumes without a single word. In her world, every detail is a piece of the puzzle, meticulously placed by a master negotiator. In the soft glow of a video call, Seraphine sits at her desk, a picture of calm expertise. Her face is illuminated by the screen, reflecting a quiet confidence. She speaks with a measured tone, each word carefully chosen, each argument precise. Her hands gesture subtly, guiding the conversation with effortless grace. A master of her craft, Seraphine navigates complex topics with serene composure. Her presence commands attention, even through the digital divide, a true professional at work. In her office, Seraphine ends a call, a nearly imperceptible sigh escaping her lips. For a fleeting moment, the immense weight of her responsibilities is starkly visible on her face. Her shoulders slump, a momentary surrender to the burden she carries. Then, with an almost audible click, her composure snaps back into place, an impenetrable mask. The city street hums with a chaotic symphony of car horns and chattering pedestrians. Amidst the urban frenzy, Seraphine moves with an elegant efficiency, her stride purposeful and unwavering. She appears impervious to the commotion, a calm force within the bustling cityscape. Her phone rings, a sudden jolt in the urban rhythm, and she answers it with professional poise. Her voice, clear and composed, cuts through the din, signaling her command amidst the chaos. In his opulent private office, Orion Drake sits, a figure of quiet power amidst luxurious surroundings. The light catches the rich textures of his office, hinting at a world of refined taste and influence. Orion's posture is impeccable, every line of his body speaking of control and unwavering confidence. His gaze is sharp, assessing, missing nothing, reflecting a mind constantly at work. Each movement he makes is deliberate, unhurried, a testament to his composed and collected demeanor. An undeniable aura of authority radiates from him, filling the space with his presence. In his private office, Orion sits before a vast screen, his gaze fixed on a mesmerizing dance of numbers and symbols. The stock ticker pulses with an intricate, silent language, reflecting the ceaseless ebb and flow of fortune. Orion's face, a mask of composure, betrays nothing of the complex calculations unfolding within his mind. He is a statue of strategic patience, a man who understands the profound art of waiting. Every flicker of light on the screen is absorbed, every change a whisper in his strategic game. In the silent, charged air of his office, Orion plays the long game, his resolve unyielding. In his expansive office, Orion sits, the soft monitor glow illuminating his face, a sleek phone pressed to his ear. His voice, a low and confident rumble, discusses intricate investment strategies. He speaks with deliberate pauses, each one emphasizing his calculated points, a master of timing. His eyes, sharp and discerning, scan the room, reflecting his unwavering focus. Orion, a man of patience and precision, waits for the perfect moment to strike, his presence commanding. Seraphine enters the conference room, her imposing presence instantly silencing the murmurs as all eyes turn to her. She moves with an unwavering stride, her gaze sharp, meeting each person's with an intense, silent challenge. Her firm handshake with the other parties is a stark, silent acknowledgement of the formidable stakes at play. The air crackles with unspoken tension, thick with the weight of powerful individuals poised for an imminent battle. Each face in the room reflects a calculated resolve, a silent promise of the clash to come. Orion steps into the grand conference room, an air of quiet anticipation surrounding him. His gaze, sharp and immediate, cuts across the room, seeking something or someone specific. His eyes land on Seraphine, a magnetic pull drawing his attention. A subtle, almost imperceptible flicker in Orion's eyes betrays a deeper emotion. It's a moment charged with unspoken significance, their first meeting. The room, once bustling, seems to hold its breath as their paths converge. In the conference room, Seraphine stands with professional poise, her demeanor betraying nothing. She offers a polite nod, a subtle acknowledgement of Orion's presence. A barely perceptible tightening of her spine and a slight adjustment of her shoulders betray her quiet awareness. Her composed features mask a flicker of inattention as Orion enters the room. Seraphine commands the polished conference table, her presence radiating power without a single grand gesture. Her gaze sweeps over the powerful men before her, assessing each one with an unwavering intensity. Her mind races, processing conflicting interests, seeking the optimal path forward in the thick, unspoken tension. Poised and resolute, Seraphine remains a master of negotiation, navigating the intricate dance with effortless grace. In the sterile conference room, Orion's gaze fixates on Seraphine, a silent, intense study of her every move. His eyes, devoid of flirtation, instead burn with an analytical curiosity, dissecting her very essence. He scrutinizes her intellect, her method, her unique approach to the world, a silent observer of a captivating mind. A profound, unspoken admiration flickers in his eyes, a testament to her compelling presence. Across the polished conference table, their eyes meet, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. A fleeting, undefined spark ignites in the charged air. It is not flirtation, but the recognition of formidable intellectual equals. Their gazes lock, a silent conversation unfolding in the quiet room. The intensity of their shared understanding hangs heavy, yet unspoken. A profound connection, sharp and potent, forms in that single, shared glance. In the sterile conference room, Seraphine gathers her papers with precise, efficient movements. An unfamiliar, subtle hum resonates in the air, a phantom echo of the connection she felt. The unspoken bond with Orion lingers, a silent vibration in the quiet aftermath of their meeting. Her composure hides a fleeting internal tremor, a residue of the profound encounter. Weeks later, the conference room feels heavier, charged with an unspoken history, as Seraphine and Orion reconvene. Documents, once mere papers, now form a silent barrier between them, each sheet a testament to their professional distance. The air crackles with a palpable tension, a silent hum beneath the surface of their polite, professional exchanges. Seraphine and Orion sit opposite each other, their bodies betraying a subtle discomfort, a quiet unease in the charged space. Their eyes meet in a brief, loaded moment, a flash of something profound passing between them before they quickly look away. Both retreat to the safety of their papers, finding solace in the mundane details, avoiding the depth of their shared gaze. In the sterile conference room, Orion's gaze lingers on Seraphine, a silent challenge in his eyes. His stare, a fraction too long, holds a subtle tension, a question unspoken. Seraphine meets his gaze, her expression unreadable, yet a flicker of something passes between them. The air crackles with an unspoken challenge, an invitation hanging heavy in the silence. Orion's eyes, dark and intense, convey a message beyond words. A silent battle of wills, a delicate dance of power, plays out in their locked gazes. In the sterile conference room, Seraphine stands firm, her gaze meeting his with unwavering intensity. Her eyes, pools of intelligence, reflect a silent understanding, acknowledging the tension without a flicker. The air crackles with unspoken words as she holds his stare, a silent challenge in her steady demeanor. Her professional facade remains impenetrable, a fortress of composure amidst the unspoken battle of wills. She doesn't flinch, her silent defiance a powerful statement in the charged atmosphere of the room. In a conference room, the air crackles with unspoken tension, a blend of professional rivalry and personal history. Two figures sit opposite each other, their gazes locked in a silent, intense battle of wills. Each seems to anticipate the other's next move, a strategic dance playing out in their minds. Subtle shifts in their expressions betray a deeper understanding, completing unspoken thoughts. A palpable awareness hangs between them, a silent acknowledgement of their intertwined fates. The room itself seems to hold its breath, caught in the electrifying stillness of their confrontation. In the stark conference room, Seraphine delivers a point with razor-sharp precision, her intellect shining brightly. Orion listens intently, his gaze fixed on Seraphine, absorbing her every word. A subtle, almost imperceptible smile plays on Orion's lips, a silent acknowledgement of her brilliance. His appreciation for her sharp mind is evident in the quiet admiration in his eyes. In the tense conference room, Seraphine's gaze catches a fleeting, almost imperceptible smile. A tiny, internal shiver runs through her, a rare breach in her usually impenetrable composure. Her eyes widen slightly, betraying a sudden, unexpected vulnerability that flickers across her face. The air crackles with an almost palpable tension, growing heavier with each passing moment. Seraphine struggles to regain her stoic facade, her inner turmoil barely contained. Months bleed into each other, the once pristine conference room now etched with the ghosts of countless meetings. Faint marks on the table, lingering coffee stains, tell a silent story of repeated battles and quiet frustrations. The attendees maintain their professional facades, but their eyes betray the weariness of an unspoken war. An unspoken tension, thick and palpable, suffocates the air, a living entity within the sterile walls. In the tense conference room, Orion subtly adjusts his tie, a nervous gesture revealing his inner turmoil. His fingers brush against the fabric, a small act of control amidst the unspoken emotions. His gaze, sharp and fleeting, flickers to Seraphine, a silent language passing between them. A silent acknowledgement of their evolving dynamic hangs in the air, thick with unspoken possibilities. In the sterile conference room, Seraphine pauses mid-sentence, a flicker of vulnerability crossing her face. Orion's intense gaze pierces the air, a silent, potent force that momentarily unmoors Seraphine. She quickly regains her composure, a mask of professionalism sliding back into place, yet the moment hangs heavy. Subtle glances exchanged among others in the room reveal the unspoken tension, the brief falter not unnoticed. A year has passed, marked by countless meetings and shared glances, a testament to their established bond. The conference room, once a formal battleground, now hums with a familiar, almost comfortable tension between them. Their professional relationship is well established, a complex tapestry woven with unspoken words and lingering gazes. A constant undercurrent of unspoken emotion now defines their interactions, a silent acknowledgement of their shared history. In the dimly lit conference room, the mahogany table is a battlefield of discarded notes and pushed-back chairs, remnants of a brutal negotiation. Seraphine and Orion, the last combatants, remain seated, the silence between them, thick with unspoken words and lingering tension. The air hangs heavy, each breath a struggle against the palpable weight of their unresolved conflict. Their gazes meet across the table, a silent war of wills playing out in the oppressive quiet. In the tense conference room, Orion begins to rise from his chair, a slow, deliberate movement that commands attention. His gaze, unwavering and intense, locks onto Seraphine's face, a silent challenge passing between them. Each step Orion takes towards the table is measured, the air thick with unspoken anticipation. The subtle shift in his posture hints at a deeper resolve, a silent declaration of intent. Seraphine's expression remains unreadable, yet her eyes betray a flicker of apprehension under Orion's scrutiny. As Orion nears, the unspoken tension in the room escalates, promising a dramatic confrontation. In the hushed conference room, Seraphine's gaze intensifies, fixed on every move. A single, crisp, white folder is placed with deliberate precision. The stark white of the folder contrasts sharply against the dark, polished wood. The air crackles with unspoken tension as the document lies waiting. Seraphine's eyes, sharp and unwavering, betray a keen anticipation. In a tense conference room, Orion's voice slices through the thick air, calm and measured. His gaze, sharp and unwavering, sweeps across the faces of those gathered, each expression a mask of anticipation. "Before you assume anything," he states, his words hanging in the sudden silence. A ripple of unease passes through the room as he continues, his tone unwavering. "This is not business," Orion asserts, his eyes piercing through the facade of their expectations. The revelation hangs heavy, a stark challenge to their preconceived notions. In the hushed conference room, Seraphine's gaze, sharp and unwavering, falls to the document on the polished table. The elegant typography of the title, "Mutual Agreement of Attraction," seems to mock her composure. A flicker of surprise, a hint of a challenge, plays across her features, quickly masked. Her breath catches, a silent battle waged beneath her calm exterior. The paper, stark against the table, holds a power she hadn't anticipated. Yet, her composure, a finely honed weapon, remains intact, a testament to her inner strength. In the sterile conference room, Seraphine's face, usually a mask of composure, hints at a rising emotion. A single eyebrow arches, a subtle yet profound crack in her carefully constructed facade. This small gesture speaks volumes, revealing a flash of surprise, then intrigue. It's a rare and captivating glimpse into the depths of Seraphine's hidden thoughts. The air crackles with unspoken tension as her gaze sharpens, a silent challenge in her eyes. In the sterile conference room, Seraphine leans forward, a strange curiosity flickering in her eyes. Her voice drops to a low, almost incredulous whisper, disbelief painting her features. She stares, processing the shocking revelation that hangs in the quiet air. A hint of a smile plays on her lips, a mixture of amusement and bewilderment. "You drafted a contract for interest?" she asks, her voice barely audible, yet piercingly clear. In the sterile conference room, Orion's posture subtly shifts, a silent signal of his unwavering resolve. His eyes, sharp and unwavering, pierce through the air, demanding absolute truth. A slight lean back, a gesture of control, and an unspoken challenge in his quiet demeanor. The words, "I prefer clarity," hang in the air, a stark declaration of his uncompromising nature. His gaze remains fixed, an unspoken expectation for directness reflected in his steely expression. In the hushed conference room, Seraphine reaches for the document, her hand hovering with a silent reluctance. Her fingers, usually unwavering, now betray a faint tremor as they brush against the folder. The simple act of picking up the document becomes a monumental task, laden with unspoken burdens. She slowly opens the folder, each rustle of paper amplified in the heavy silence. Her gaze falls upon the contents, and the weight of the moment settles, palpable and suffocating. The air crackles with an invisible tension, reflecting the immense pressure that now rests upon her shoulders. In the sterile conference room, her finger traces words on the page, a quiet tension building with every line. Her eyes dart across the text, processing the ominous implications of the rules. A stark realization dawns on her face. No manipulation. This is no mere game. The gravity of the situation settles upon her. In the stark conference room, a palpable tension hangs in the air as she focuses on the written words. Her eyes scan the second rule, a quiet challenge in the silent space. A fleeting, unreadable emotion flickers across her face, a shadow of surprise or intrigue. The revelation of his unconventional nature settles upon her, a profound shift in her perception. She processes the audacious demand. No emotional games. A subtle tremor of something new, something dangerous, stirs within her. In a stark conference room, a woman's eyes intently scan a document, the words on the page holding profound weight. Her expression shifts, a mixture of apprehension and dawning comprehension. The third rule of the document is a stark declaration. Either party may exit without explanation. A sense of unexpected liberation washes over her, yet it is laced with the bitter taste of brutal honesty. The quiet pronouncement hangs heavy in the air, a testament to the clause's clear and unforgiving nature. In the sterile glow of the conference room, her eyes fixate on the screen, a digital sentence holding her captive. The words "mutual attraction must remain intentional, never assumed," burn into her mind, a stark and unyielding truth. Each letter of the final clause pulses with a profound weight, revealing the very core of his audacious proposal. This is it, the essence, the heart of his vision, laid bare before her in stark, digital clarity. In the sterile conference room, Seraphine's gaze lifts slowly from the document, a ripple of revelation crossing her face. Her eyes, wide with a newfound understanding, lock onto Orion's, a silent question hanging in the charged air. A flicker of surprise, then dawning comprehension, paints Seraphine's features, an unspoken truth revealed. Her voice, a soft realization, breaks the silence. "You don't date normally, do you?" The weight of her words hangs between them, a sudden, intimate shift in the professional space. Inside the conference room, Orion's voice resonates, calm and unhurried. He speaks with a thoughtful pause, each word meticulously chosen. His gaze remains steady, piercing, as if dissecting every syllable in the air. A profound stillness hangs in the room, amplifying the weight of his words. Orion's expression is one of deep contemplation, a mind at work. He declares with quiet conviction, "I observe before I pursue." In the quiet conference room, Seraphine closes the folder, a soft click echoing the finality of her action. A profound calm settles over her, a rare peace after years of unspoken burdens. For the first time in what feels like an eternity, a genuine, small smile graces her lips. It is a revelation, a silent testament to a journey's end and a new beginning. In the stark conference room, her voice softens, a fragile admission filling the tense air. Her eyes, no longer guarded, reflect a newfound vulnerability, hinting at deeper truths. She leans forward, a quiet intensity in her gaze as she utters, "Most men rush attraction." A profound observation hangs in the air. "You're negotiating it." Orion's intense gaze pierces the silence, holding me captive in the conference room's sterile light. He leans forward, a subtle shift in posture that speaks volumes of his quiet, unwavering authority. His voice, a low rumble, delivers a stark truth. Interest without respect becomes possession. The words hang in the air, a chilling pronouncement of power and control. The conference room falls into a profound hush, the air thick with unspoken words. An invisible thread of understanding now binds them, growing stronger in the silence. The atmosphere pulses with a new, exhilarating tension, born of budding possibilities. A silent, charged moment hangs, filled with the weight of unspoken potential. In the stark conference room, Seraphine rises with a fluid grace, her movements a silent ballet of departure. Her fingers delicately gather her bag, a simple act imbued with profound significance. A flicker of deep thought crosses her face, betraying a mind wrestling with extraordinary implications. The weight of the encounter settles on her, her expression a canvas of quiet contemplation. She pauses, a final, lingering moment before she steps away, leaving echoes of revelation in her wake. A sudden hush falls over the conference room, the silence thick with anticipation. She fixes her gaze directly on him, her eyes unwavering, a silent challenge in their depths. The air crackles with unspoken tension as she poses the stark question. Her voice cuts through the quiet. And what happens if I decline? Inside the conference room, Orion's gaze is direct, unwavering, his presence commanding attention. He responds immediately, without a flicker of hesitation, his conviction palpable. The air in the room, previously thick with unspoken tension, begins to lighten. A great weight seems to lift, a palpable release of pressure from the shoulders. Orion's voice resonates with solemnity as he declares, "Then I respect your decision." The words hang in the air, a finality that settles the previous unease. Seraphine turns, her back to Orion, a silent retreat in the tense conference room. The air crackles with unspoken words, the silence stretching taut between them. Each step Seraphine takes toward the door echoes the growing chasm. Orion watches her, a storm of emotions brewing beneath his stoic facade. The door looms, a threshold to an uncertain future, as Seraphine reaches for the handle. A moment pregnant with anticipation hangs heavy, the fate of their connection poised on a knife's edge. She stands at the threshold, a silhouette against the conference room's dim interior. Her hand hovers, then rests on the cold metal of the doorknob. A moment of hesitation. A palpable beat of silence stretches, thick with an unspoken tension that fills the air. The weight of the moment is etched on her face, a silent battle playing out in her eyes. She slowly turns, her gaze searching, then finding Orion across the tense conference room. Her expression shifts, a thoughtful blend of curiosity and burgeoning adventure in her eyes. A quiet command leaves her lips, resonating with unexpected authority. "Leave the contract." The air crackles with unspoken challenge as her words hang, heavy and decisive. In the sterile conference room, Orion maintains an unreadable expression, his face a mask of carefully controlled composure. A subtle, almost imperceptible shift in his posture betrays the depths of his internal world. The tension around his eyes softens, a fleeting moment of vulnerability in his otherwise stoic demeanor. It's a silent surrender, a silent acknowledgement of an unspoken truth passing between them. His gaze, though still, holds a newfound understanding, a quiet acceptance of what has transpired. He understands her unspoken acceptance, a profound connection forged in the silence of the room. In the stark conference room, Seraphine exits, leaving Orion alone with a weighty contract on the polished table. The door clicks shut, with a definitive, echoing sound that seals the moment. Orion stands motionless, his gaze fixed on the document, the silence of the room amplifying the contract's presence. The click of the door marks not an end, but a profound and inescapable beginning for Orion. Orion's gaze, sharp and unyielding, locks onto the contract spread across the polished conference table. A faint, almost imperceptible smile plays at the corners of his lips, a subtle shift in his composed demeanor. The palpable tension that once filled the room subtly evolves, taking on a new, unreadable quality. His eyes gleam with a quiet triumph, hinting at a victory not yet revealed. Seraphine emerges into the cool, embracing night air. Her step, notably lighter, a new spring in her stride. She pauses, her gaze drawn upward to the sprawling tapestry of city lights, a silent symphony of urban brilliance. A pensive expression graces her features, hinting at a quiet contemplation beneath the glow of the metropolitan sky. The city's vibrant pulse seems to resonate with her own newfound lightness, a subtle harmony in the night. Her eyes reflect the distant lights, holding a silent, thoughtful wonder at the vast world around her. The cozy apartment is bathed in the soft, solitary glow of a single lamp, casting long, dancing shadows. Seraphine moves with an almost ethereal grace, her hands beginning the familiar ritual of preparing tea. Her usually swift, purposeful hands now falter, pausing midair as if caught in an invisible current. Her gaze drifts, distant and unfocused, lost in the labyrinth of her own mind. A profound stillness settles around her as she becomes utterly consumed by her thoughts. The evening's events unfold once more, a silent, vivid film playing behind her vacant eyes. In her apartment, Seraphine sips her tea, a delicate, private smile gracing her lips. The concept of a mutual agreement of attraction begins to dance in her analytical mind. She considers the idea, finding it both absurd and utterly compelling. A thoughtful glint appears in her eyes, betraying a mix of amusement and intrigued contemplation. In his dimly lit office, Orion sits, the lingering presence of a contract on his desk, a silent challenge. He reaches for the document, his fingers brushing against its crisp surface, a decision hanging heavy in the air. His gaze is drawn to the stark words, mutual agreement of attraction, a phrase that resonates with his deep-seated principles. Orion's brow furrows slightly, a man whose every action is weighed against the scales of intention and consequence. The contract, a testament to a pivotal choice, rests in his hands, its weight mirroring the gravity of the situation. He is a man defined by his values, and this agreement demands a response rooted in his unwavering sense of purpose. In his office, Orion carefully holds a contract, its weight significant in his hands. He slides the contract into a drawer, not discarding it, but securing it with reverence. The drawer closes with a soft click, a silent promise of future endeavors. The contract, now hidden, feels less like paper and more like a cornerstone of his ambitions. The morning sun slices through the blinds of Seraphine's office, painting stripes of light and shadow across the room. Seraphine enters, her movements sharp and precise, her face a mask of unreadable composure. A subtle, new energy hums beneath her calm exterior, an almost imperceptible shift in her aura. Her colleagues, lost in their tasks, remain oblivious to the quiet anticipation building around Seraphine. Seraphine opens her laptop, the screen illuminating her face with a cold, digital glow. Her eyes drift to the stark, empty space on her desk, a silent testament to a weighty decision. The absence of the contract speaks volumes, a stark void where a life-altering choice once lay. A flicker of resolve, or perhaps regret, crosses Seraphine's features, a complex emotion in the quiet office. Golden light streams through the blinds, illuminating Orion's meticulously organized office in the morning sun. Orion sits at his large, polished desk, the picture of calm and professionalism. His gaze subtly drifts to a drawer on the left side of his desk, a fleeting moment of contemplation. A private thought plays across his features, a hint of something deeper hidden beneath his composed exterior. The warm hum of the coffee shop wraps around Seraphine as she sits, engaged in conversation. She nods and gestures, a picture of attentiveness, yet a subtle smile plays on her lips. Her eyes hold a distant, almost imperceptible gleam, hinting at thoughts far away. A moment of inner reflection dances on her face, a private world unfolding amidst the coffee shop bustle. In the vibrant restaurant, Orion sits alone, a plate of untouched food before him, a stark contrast to the lively chaos around him. His sharp, analytical eyes sweep across the bustling room, observing every patron with unnerving intensity. He exudes patience, a predator biding his time, his presence a silent promise of impending action. Orion waits, a coiled spring of tension, for the next move to unfold in this intricate game. In her dimly lit apartment, Seraphine sits, a book open in her hands, its pages unread. Her eyes, distant and unfocused, betray a mind lost in a labyrinth of thought. The soft glow of a lamp casts long shadows, mirroring the weight of her unspoken worries. The spectral image of a contract, its clauses binding and relentless, flickers in her mind's eye. Orion's presence looms large, a silent, powerful force that tugs at her resolve. The quiet stillness of the night amplifies the internal turmoil that grips Seraphine's heart. Sunlight streams through the office window, illuminating dust motes dancing in the pristine air of Orion's domain. Orion sits ramrod straight at his polished mahogany desk, an image of composed professionalism. A phone is pressed to his ear, his voice a smooth, measured cadence, betraying no hint of inner turmoil. Yet, a subtle, almost imperceptible tremor of anticipation hums beneath his carefully chosen words. His gaze, calm and steady, holds a flicker of something unspoken, a secret held close. Seraphine, impeccably dressed, glides through the vibrant city park, a fleeting figure amidst the lunchtime bustle. Sunlight dapples through the trees, illuminating her path as she walks with a quiet grace. She pauses, drawn by the majestic spray of a grand stone fountain, its water dancing in the light. Her gaze becomes fixed on the shimmering water, lost in the rhythmic cascade, a world away from the city's din. A thoughtful expression softens her features, hinting at a hidden world of dreams and quiet contemplation. Beneath her composed exterior, a subtle excitement begins to stir, a secret joy bubbling just beneath the surface. In the hushed office, Seraphine sits at her desk, her face bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of the monitor. A sudden notification shimmers on the screen, a digital whisper breaking the silence. The sender's name, Orion, appears, an electric current of anticipation running through the air. The subject line, concise and potent, hints at the unfolding drama, follow-up, or next steps. Seraphine's fingers hover, trembling, above the mouse, a silent battle playing across her features. Her breath catches, a moment of profound hesitation before the inevitable click that will change everything. Orion's fingers hover, poised over the keyboard, a silent battle of wills before the final act. With a decisive press, the send button is engaged, unleashing a cascade of unseen consequences. He leans back, a faint, almost imperceptible smile playing on his lips, a flicker of triumph in his eyes. The quiet hum of the computer fills the office, a low, constant drone accompanying his moment of reflection. He savors the silence, the air thick with anticipation. The next phase has begun, irrevocably. In her office, Seraphine's face is illuminated by the glow of her monitor, a beacon in the dim room. She clicks, opening an email, its professional facade hiding a subtle, intriguing query. Her eyes scan the brief text, a knowing glint appearing as she catches the hidden message. A small, knowing smile plays on her lips, a silent acknowledgement of a secret agreement. In Seraphine's office, her face is illuminated by a soft glow, her eyes meticulously scanning a document. A subtle, almost imperceptible shift in her pupils is the only betraying sign of her internal processing. For a fleeting moment, her expression remains a carefully constructed, unreadable mask, hiding her thoughts. A small, knowing smile begins to play on her lips, a silent acknowledgement of a hidden victory. The smile deepens, conveying a powerful sense of control and a quiet triumph. The game has begun, on their terms, her silent resolve radiating from her composed demeanor. In his quiet office, Orion sits at his desk, a figure of profound stillness. The soft glow of the screen illuminates his face, his eyes fixed on its mysteries. His posture is one of deep repose, a stark contrast to the intensity of his gaze. No hint of impatience mars his serene expression, only an unyielding focus. He emanates an aura of quiet understanding, accepting the unhurried nature of profound tasks. Orion's presence fills the room, a testament to patience and the profound weight of waiting. In her office, Seraphine's fingers dance across the keyboard, a flurry of precision and purpose. Her reply, concise and professional, mirrors an unseen exchange, a silent battle of wits. A subtle, knowing smile plays on her lips, a silent acknowledgement of an unspoken agreement. She is in her element, playing the game with exquisite enjoyment, every moment a triumph. In Orion's office, a quiet anticipation hangs heavy in the air. He receives Seraphine's reply, the message held carefully in his hands. As he reads, a subtle, genuine smile begins to bloom on his face. The tension that once filled the room melts away, replaced by an unspoken understanding. A new, shared certainty settles between them, a quiet triumph in his eyes. The pristine conference room gleams under fluorescent lights, an almost sterile environment. The long, polished table reflects the harsh light, each chair tucked in with military precision. The air, though still, hums with the lingering presence of a significant moment, a silent echo of power. The room is empty now, but the silence speaks volumes of a unique agreement forged within its walls. We slowly pull back, the room receding, its profound emptiness filling the space. A sense of powerful, unspoken potential hangs in the air, a silent promise of future events.